Roll them, roll them. Yeah. Let the games begin. Look at this pohaku. This is not just any pohaku. Today we're going to be talking about Pāʻani ʻālapa. And I got my good friend here, Miki Ala Ayau Paskaya, to talk a little bit about Pāʻani ʻālapa. So Miki Ala, what is this?
This is a Ula Maika. This stone would have been found very common. Every kid had one growing up back in the day, and they had them in different sizes. They had small Ula Maika, big Ula Maika, and they used them to roll or show off their skill at rolling these stones.
Like how many feet? Like 5 feet, 10 feet? How long would they be rolling?
They were very creative. You know, kind of like kids today. You give them a ball and you can come up with all kinds of games with just one ball. Ula Maika were just like that. Sometimes they'd roll them in very short distances between two sticks. You see that today?
Yeah.
A common game in Makahiki is the two sticks, and you roll this stone between the two sticks for accuracy. But sometimes the courses could run maybe a couple miles long, and see if you could get your stone all the way to the end. 4, 5, 6 miles.
Wow, now Michaela, how is this place? Well, first of all, where are we? Because this looks like a perfect place to play.
Yes, it is. This wide open field is part of Nāiwa and our Makahiki grounds here on Molokaʻi.
Wow, Nāiwa. So this is a specific place that was designated for this type of thing?
Yes. For many, many years, the people of Molokaʻi would send their very best athletes in different events, and they would come here once a year. They would spend about 3 weeks here in this area, competing in all these different events and showing off their skill, their strength, their wit, just how smart and awesome they were in all kinds of things.
What are some of the games? Was it just this type of game, or was it a lot of games?
No, some games were, you might know, like hakamoa.
Hakamoa. How do you actually play hakamoa?
Okay. Hakamoa is real simple. You're gonna get. You want to play right-handed?
Yeah, okay, I'll play right-handed.
Okay, grip. You're gonna take your opposite leg up into your arm, and now you cannot let.
Balance. Okay.
Yeah, you have good balance. And hakamoa is named for the chicken. Okay, so it's a chicken fight. So you have to be the chicken. Okay, and what you're trying to do is get your opponent to lose balance.
Too huli.
How easy was that? Okay.
She's too good. She's too good. No fair.
So they would stand in a ring, and basically you can move this foot. You cannot let go of your other foot. Okay. And you would use your arms to try to pull your opponent off balance.
That's a cool game. I like the game. What are some of the other games you guys have?
Huki, tug of war, uma, which is arm wrestling, pāʻuma, which is a standing wrestling. Put your foot forward. Okay. So you cannot move your inside foot, but you can move your outside foot. Okay. And it's just like arm wrestling, but it's standing up. So you can pivot this foot and try to get the other person to fall over.
So is it only about like being the strongest?
No, sometimes we had games like konane, which is like it's a board game, but it's kind of like chess and checkers, where you have to think your moves through. But you want to make sure that you get to make the last move, and your opponent gets caught without moves. So it takes a lot of thought and pondering. Yeah.
Was these games like important to Hawaiians, like for other things that they did?
Yeah. Well, a lot of these games happened on land, but some of them happened in the ocean. So there were paddling events and surfing events. There were even diving and splashing. Who can make the biggest or the smallest splash? And all of these games were designed to make you better at your everyday life. Wow. And so some of these, if you can keep your balance, you would be more agile, say, when you went to Pāʻani and you went down to the ocean, and you could keep your balance and get through the waves really easily. Or if you went up to the mountains, you know, you would be more sure-stepped. You know,
so it was like a fun way to be skillful at something.
Yes, a lot of things, just building up strength to do things like working in the lo'i, farming. Some of the motions helped you if you were going to become a canoe builder or a stone worker, or it didn't matter what your profession was and what your family did. These games are designed to make you a better, stronger, all-around person.
Wow, now I know you've been doing this for a while, and I know your family has a special place in all of this. Why is it so special to you?
So when my grandmother was born and raised in Pelekunu, and when she was a little girl, she came and attended the last of the traditional Makahiki games. So every year, everyone on the island, every district would send their very best athletes in all these different events, and they would come up to this very area right now that we're at, and they would spend this time competing.
Wow.
And so my grandma's only 6 years old, but she came to the very last one of the ancient times. And so because the land changed owners, they stopped being able to do those games. And so 25 years ago, my family, along with many other families, got together and we decided to bring it back.
Wow, so your grandma came to the very last one.
Yes.
When was that? What year?
I want to say in the about 1919.
Oh,
And so-
1919. It's
That's-
amazing.
It's not that long ago if you think about it. And so they would have came and brought everything that they needed. They camped here, the athletes came, they brought their athletic trainers. And those are like special doctors and coaches that would help take care of the
Right.
athletes. So my great-grandmother was an athletic
Wow.
trainer. And so she had to know her medicine, she had to know how to fix them in case they got hurt and take care of them and then build up their bodies and make sure that they ate well and that their bodies were strong enough to handle the competitions that were coming up.
Wow, so this is like a family tradition for you folks.
Yes, it is.
Wow, that is so awesome.
So it's really cool because I get to bring my sons up here all the time and they come with they all have their own Ula Maika and they come out and they play.
Wow.
And it's something that they do for fun. Everywhere we go, they just have their Ula Maika on hand and that's what they do to kill time.
Wow, this is such a great place. Thanks for inviting us here. This is a beautiful place here in Nāiwa on the island of Molokaʻi. I want to say mahalo to Mikiala for sharing her mana'o and the story of Makahiki and Pāʻani ʻālapa. And we'll see you guys next time. Take care. I'm going to practice Ula Maika with her, okay?
Aloha.